Welcome to this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. We are good for your ears. I am Dan, and you can find me at RFS Dan.
And I'm Jess, and you can find me at Snowdogs Vlogs and Gone to the Snow Dogs.
Another week, another podcast.
Another day, another dollar.
You know, one of my favorite things about the podcast that I've grown to like is the ability for me to be so far wrong or clueless about something, and then after the podcast get dozens of emails and texts and all kinds of cool things with links to educate me on the things that I apparently should know, like the water situation.
I was going to say, did you learn a lot about wells?
I did learn. Well, let me tell you. Yes, thank you. I did. I get it now. It's basically, and all you had to have done to make me get it was it's one big straw, and the straw just goes in the ground, and you just drink the water through the straw, and then eventually you fall into the hole because you've drank all the water out from underneath your house.
True. I actually have a small update to the explanation that I gave you as well.
Please.
So after we podcasted, I was so blown away by the fact that you didn't understand what a well was, and I had such a hard time explaining it because
that you stopped talking to me.
Yeah, it's hard for me to fathom that you don't know what that is. So I had a hard time explaining it. I was telling Jamie about it, and I'm like, we were talking about the well, and we were talking about the well at the cabin in Canada, and he let me go through and tell him the entire story, and he looks at me and he goes, do you know where the water comes from at the cabin in Canada? And I was like, the ground. And he goes, no. I'm like, what? He goes, the lake. There's a pipe that goes down to the lake and draws water out of the lake.
Oh, okay. It just sucks from there?
Yeah, works kind of the same way. But instead of the straw going down into the ground, the straw just goes down the hill into the lake, and they pump the water.
I can buy that. That I can buy. But the straw going into the ground thing is bonkers.
That's because you've never seen an underground river. If you ever come back up to Michigan, I can show you one.
How could I see an underground river? It's underground.
Well, yeah, but there's a hole, and you go down into the hole, and it's Michigan's longest cave. You go down into the hole, and then you get to the water.
Sounds like some Minecraft stuff, but I'm in. Hey, I'm in. But yes, guys, thank you for educating me on things like movies or water. Yeah. So thanks. That's one of my favorite parts of the podcast.
I can educate you on the best Michigan drink there is.
Yeah. Is it Faygo?
Well, I mean, yeah, but no. It's not. And I don't know that it's the best drink. But in Michigan, when you don't feel good, there's a drink that everybody drinks. And I'm sure everybody listening to the podcast, we're recording this, August 29th. So most of you guys have already read all my social media updates and stuff. I'm not going to get into it because we're not going to make this sad. But when you don't feel good, there's a drink in Michigan that everybody drinks. And usually, and what I mean by when you don't feel good is when you were a little kid and you had an upset stomach, your parents always made you drink this because supposedly it made you feel better. And it's called Verner's. And you've never had it?
I don't know. That's what that stuff is?
Verner's, yes.
It just sounds like something that would be pickled.
Verner's it's ginger soda. So it's a ginger ale.
Oh, is it a green can?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only guess because all ginger ale comes in green cans, if you noticed. Right? I've never seen ginger ale not in a green can, so...
Yeah, Verner's it's a real ginger soda. I believe it's actually one of the longest, the oldest companies making it is Verner's. I don't know if they made it first. I can't remember, but yeah. When I said that earlier, I'm like, I can't believe you don't know what Verner's is. But then I remember that it really is a Michigan. It's made in Michigan. It's a Michigan product, but they sell it everywhere. My sister can get it out in Arizona.
Oh, you know what? We could very well have it. And I'll check next time I go to the store. I only grab just whatever green bottles there of ginger ale and whatever font. I couldn't even tell you the brand name. It's just the green bottle of ginger ale.
Yeah, see, Verner's is so different because I've had Canada Dry. Do you guys have Canada Dry ginger ale?
Yes, that's what it is. I think that's what it is. We have Canada Dry.
Yeah, that's a pretty popular one.
Yeah.
You should get a Verner's, and then you should get a Canada Dry, and you should compare them on a TikTok video.
Huh. Can I do a duet with myself with my own ginger ale?
Yeah, you could.
Oh my gosh, that would be crazy. So you went away for a few days.
Mm-hmm.
Up north? You call it up north?
I went up north, yeah.
How much further did you go? Did you go the same direction that Jamie went?
No. Well, kind of. We went north. He went north. We call it up north. In Michigan, we live up north compared to most people in Michigan, but since we live up north, when we go further north, we still call it up north.
Right.
But most people downstate would call where we're going just the UP. Like, if you live in Detroit and you tell somebody you're going up north, you're pretty much coming to, like, right around where we live. Or if you're going to the UP, you're going to where we go up north. That is really confusing, but whatever. I went up north.
It's north of the north.
We went north of the bridge. We went to the UP. I went to Grand Marais. It's called Grand Marais, Michigan. And it's a little tiny town on Lake Superior that has one gas station with like 2 gas pumps. And it has a bar and a tavern. And there's a grocery store that's probably the size of most convenience stores.
Dang, so there's more beer taps than gas taps?
Yes, there is more beer taps than gas taps. And there's a couple hotels that are terrifying. One was built in like the 1890s and looks like an old hotel, like the ones you would walk up the weird crickety stairs. Rooms are itty bitty tiny.
Ooh, yeah.
One of the motels that was there closed. It was a big motel, actually. That one had like 53 rooms, but that one closed because nobody goes to Grand Marais. Not that nobody goes to Grand Marais. That's not true. Nobody really lives there, so they have a hard time finding people to work.
Okay.
There's just not enough big enough population of people that need to work there. It's a retirement town. People buy cottages up there, and they vacation there, and they retire there, so they don't really have to work. But yeah, I took my mom. My mom's birthday was at the beginning of August, and she's been wanting to go rock hunting and hunt for ember lights and Lake Superior agates, and I've really been wanting to take her, and her dog's not doing too great, so it's hard for my mom and dad to get away without somebody to watch the dog. So if they want to go with us, somebody else has to watch the dog, and my brother has a baby, so it just becomes complicated. So I asked her if she wanted to go just the girls, just me and her and my Aunt Pat. And she said yes, so we got a really cute little cabin on the lake, and we went up north for one night.
I saw some of the pictures of the cabin. Did you have to poop in a hole and wipe your butt with the ground?
Nah, there was running water there.
Nice.
Yeah, we had a real cabin.
Civilized
Cabin.
There was no pumps?
No pumps. Real water, hooked up to real power, real heat. Actually, I think it had a wood stove. I don't know if it had real heat or not, but it had heat regardless.
That's cool.
We didn't use it. It was really warm.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because it's summertime up there, huh? Super humid?
It wasn't bad. Like, we got up there, I think it was like, I don't know, in the 70s. It was hot the day we got there because the sun was just blaring, and it was a little bit humid. It wasn't like overly humid. And then the next day, it was absolutely gorgeous. The weather was just perfect.
What'd you do for food? Did you guys like pack lunches and stuff, or did you try to eat at that little gas station?
So it takes 3.5 hours to get up there.
3.5?
We left, 3.5 hours from here to get up there. So we left at, I don't know what time it was. We left a little bit early and decided, we planned it so that we would be in a little town called Newberry around lunchtime, because Newberry has like a McDonald's and a Subway and some other little places to eat. So we're like, if we make it to Newberry by lunch, that'll be our stopping point. We'll stop there, we'll eat, we'll keep going. So we had lunch in Newberry, and then we continued into Grand Marais. And my aunt, before all of this, was like, we should just take peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Let's just pack peanut butter and jelly.
Can't go wrong.
And I were both right. My mom and I were both kind of like, well, I mean, we're on vacation. Maybe we'll go out to eat, because we never really go out to eat. We're not big people that like go out to eat. My dad doesn't like to go out to eat. Jamie doesn't really like to go out to eat. We'll order in and bring food here, but even at that, we don't do it that often.
Right.
So my mom was kind of excited that, we could go out to eat somewhere. And, I kind of was like, I want to go sit at one of these restaurants and check it out.
Yeah, it's vacation.
So we got up there and we did a little bit of rock hunting, and we checked out some of the beaches up there. My mom found a Lake Superior agate, which was really cool. And it was, 6:30 or so. We decided we better go eat before we go out rock hunting in the dark, which was the plan for the rest of the night. So we went to this place in Grand Marais, which, as I said, there is only 2 locations in Grand Marais, and I'm not going to name which one we went to, but I will say it wasn't a brewery.
Well, that kind of narrows it down.
Yeah, and we get there, and it's not super busy, but you can tell right away that they're definitely lacking on employees. When the bartender is also a waitress and she's trying to serve people drinks and take orders and run around like a chicken with her head cut off, you know it's difficult. I don't normally order fish sandwiches at restaurants just because it's just, I don't know, it's just not something that I really like. A lot of times when I go out to eat at a restaurant, I always get like chicken something. I don't know why, but I always do.
Right.
And my mom's kind of the same way. She never gets fish at restaurants. It's just, and I probably got that from my mom. I don't know why. There's no real reason. It's just not something I enjoy eating at a restaurant. If I'm going to do fish, I make fish at home. So they had whitefish sandwiches. Whitefish is really good. And it said locally caught. So it's whitefish that came out of the lake. So we were all reading the menu, and my aunt, who gets fish at every restaurant we ever go to ever, she always gets fish no matter what. She's like, I'm going to get a whitefish sandwich. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna live outside of the box. I'm going to get a whitefish sandwich too. And then my mom goes, I'm going to get a whitefish sandwich too. Sweet. Great idea. Yeah. It sounded like a good idea at the time. So we all got whitefish sandwiches. It took them like 40 minutes to get us our food, which was ridiculous. And I was getting very irritated. Plus, we were hungry. So we got our food, and we all kind of, we're talking. And I was putting tartar sauce on my bread. And my mom picks up her sandwich and takes a bite and gives me this look. And I'm like, oh, no. There's something. Immediately, I know there's something wrong because I could tell. It's the look. And she takes the breading off of her fish sandwich, and it is raw. And not just like, oh, it's raw.
Like
and
sushi raw.
It's fishy raw. And like sushi raw. I took my finger and touched it right in the middle where you could tell the discoloration was, and it was ice cold. So I took mine and opened mine up, and sure enough, mine was raw in the middle. And so was my aunt's. So needless to say, I was very nice to the waitress because she was super overworked, and it wasn't her fault. She didn't cook the fish. It was not the waitress's fault. All of you people listening, don't get mad at a waitress when you have bad food because it's not their fault. It's the cook's fault. And you know what? The cook makes a set amount of money every hour, and the waitress doesn't, so you can't blame her. So anyway, I got the waitress to come over, and I told her, and I was really nice to her, and I'm like, look, we're not eating this. We're not paying for it. I'm like, but we'll pay for our drinks because we drank our drinks. And she's like, oh, no, you don't have to do that. I'm like, let us pay for our drinks. We drank all the drinks that you brought us, so let us pay for all that. So we paid for our drinks, and then I think I left her like $8 because I felt bad.
Yeah, here's the thing. You sat there and told this story, and the first 3 minutes was just warnings. Just like, the place was crazy, the one girl's doing 4 people's jobs, I don't know what's going on in here, we never order the fish, but let's go ahead and order the fish from a place that all this crazy stuff's happening. Hey, look, it's locally caught. Yeah, all the criminals in my town are locally caught as well. Doesn't mean it's good. What is going on? You had all the warning signs. Why would it not be frozen? Jess. Jess.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
So the running gag for the rest of like the whole trip, like we would see everything. We're like, I think we had, what did we have? We had peanut butter. We ate peanut butter and jelly for dinner. And at one point in time, my aunt goes, see, this is what we should have started with. This is really good. And my mom goes, better than raw fish.
I love her. She's finally vindicated with the peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
This is what I suggested from the start. That's what she kept saying. But then everything just became, well, it's better than raw fish.
Better than raw fish. I just got the text message with a photo and no context. It was just a photo of like, I don't know what was going on. It looked like you had a piranha inside a bun. I couldn't tell. We have that picture. You still have that picture?
I do.
Okay, we'll have to post it on Podbean.
I posted the picture in the vlog that went up today.
We should make the thumbnail of this episode just a sandwich.
The raw fish sandwich.
Yes. It's crazy how at one point the raw fish is amazing, but then at one point the raw fish is like, why do we have raw fish? Like, it's
you don't want to eat raw whitefish as sushi. Raw whitefish isn't supposed to have like. Have you ever had whitefish before?
Mm-hmm. I've had like the Gordon Fisherman fish sticks.
No. whitefish is not supposed to have that real pungent fishy flavor. You know, like some fish is supposed to taste like fish. Whitefish is not supposed to taste like fish.
Hold
and
on.
this was like, it was so bad.
Here, let's have a sidebar real quick. Aren't all fish like white? Like it's fish, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
okay.
Sam, not white.
Okay. No, it's orange.
Right.
Oh, okay. I get that's where it comes from. Okay. Okay, carry on.
The whitefish is a type of fish.
What's a whitefish? Like the swordfish?
No, the whitefish. Look up Lake Superior whitefish. That's what it is.
Okay. I don't think I've ever eaten it then.
Probably not, because you've probably never eaten fish out of Lake Superior.
All you people at home can hear me type in. He's like, I hear him misspelling right now. Okay. It looks like a fish.
It's in more lakes than just Lake Superior, but it's Great Lakes whitefish is, what other people call it, Great Lakes whitefish.
It looks like the one in the store.
Yeah, it's just fish.
Okay. No, I don't think I've ever consumed whitefish then.
Oh, it's really good.
Well, what
when
fish is in
raw?
What fish is in fish sticks? Like, what do I eat when I eat fish sticks? Is it the hot dog of fish?
Yeah, pretty much. I think fish sticks is
Just chum. They start with a bucket of chum, then they bread it with 2 herbs and spices.
I think fish sticks is made out of pollock.
Like, that's a fish, right?
Yes, it's fish.
Okay. I know what a tuna fish is, and I watched Mr. Limpet, so I know what a catfish is. And I know what a dolphin is, I know what that looks like, but I don't know what these other fish look like.
Have you ever had catfish?
Yes, I have once, and it tasted like I drank a swallow of the water that I caught it from.
Yeah.
It was not good.
Catfish has to be cooked a very certain way, or it really doesn't taste good. Yeah, I think that fish sticks are made out of like pollock or cod is usually what's in them, like a combination of a couple different types of fish.
Oh, I would eat those with the tartar sauce. I like the tartar sauce.
Yeah, we ended up going back to the cabin and we ate. None of us ate when we got back because all of us were like just disgusted. So we ended up going rock hunting. We took off down the dirt road and walked the beach in the dark with lights and found some ember lights. And I found one, my aunt found one, and my mom found one. And that was it. She was happy. She found one. She was like, "We're good. We can go home now."
We can go home now. The hunt is over.
So we all found some ember lights and we went back to the cabin that night. And then yeah, pretty much the next day we ended up going into Mackinac City. Well, we went to the casino. So the story gets better. We went to the casino, and we decided let's go to the casino. It was my mom's birthday. We were there for like an hour. I think I took in $50. I played on $50 for a long time. I ended up walking out with $100, so I did pretty good.
Nice. You've been coming ahead the last few times.
Yeah, I'm usually pretty good when it comes to a casino, but I'm the type of person that can put money into a slot machine, win money, and walk away.
Yes.
Like, I don't keep playing and go, well, I could win more. I'm like, oh, I won on this machine. Now I'm going to go to a different machine, and I'll put money in. And once I've won more than what I put in, I tend to walk away.
Right.
Which doesn't always work. So those of you that have gambling problems, please don't think that always works. It doesn't always work.
Do we have an audience full of gambling problems? Is that what the demographics is when we look at your analytics? It's like, and 3% gambling problems.
I don't know. But, but no, we went there and we were getting ready to leave. I was done. My aunt had lost $40 or something. I don't know what she lost. She lost a little bit of money. And my mom was still doing pretty good. She still had some money, and she started, I think, on $40 as well. And she had like $20 left, and she's like, I gotta play this one machine. So she had to play the Willy Wonka machine to make the Willy Wonka bonus game go off. And she always has the luck when she does that to like play a couple times and the bonus game goes off. So she won like a few dollars, and then she wanted to play the Flintstones game and make the bonus thing go off. So that bonus thing went off, and I'm like,
the bonus thing is the top part, right? Where you like go upstairs and you start spinning wheels. That's my favorite. That's where it's fun.
Yeah, so she got the bonus games to go off on both of those, and then she's like, I'm going to go here and play this one more machine, and I started to follow her, and I turned around, and there was a wall of machines, and there was the Howling Wolf machine, which is one of my favorite machines. It's always been one of my favorite games. And I looked at my Aunt Pat, and I went, she made me stay, and I went and I put $20 in the machine.
Uh-huh.
And I hit like 3 times, and I was doing 60 cents a pull, I think. I might have been doing 90 cents a pull, whatever it was. And I hit the bonus game, and I'm like, sweet. So a little thing spins up at the top, and there's like all these different dollar amounts at the top. And what happens is you win 7 free games. And the little thing up at the top will spin, and it will stop, and it'll be like every time you get a howling wolf, you automatically get $2 or whatever.
Oh, okay.
Mine I think was $2. So then you go through your 7 free games and you win, but then also every time a howling wolf shows up, you automatically get another $2. And then if you get enough howling wolves, it resets and gives you more free games and blah, 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 blah. So I put in $20. I think I spun it maybe 3 or 4 times. And I hit the game and I ended up walking out with $53 off of that machine.
Oh, nice.
While I was sitting there, my mom finished what she was playing and she came over and she saw me playing. So there was an empty seat next to me, and then there was an older gentleman sitting down, and then there was another howling wolf machine. So my mom went to the other howling wolf machine. And she sits down. While my bonus game is finishing, I can hear my mom's machine, because my mom's trick at the casino is also to turn the volume on the machine all the way up no matter what.
That's an option?
Oh, yeah. On a lot of them, you can turn the volume up and down. My mom always makes sure the volume is all the way up. The louder the machine, the flashier the machine, the better, according to my mom.
Yeah, you got to max it out. You got to max up those stats.
Yeah. So I hear her machine start going off, and I heard that she hit the bonus. And I hear the guy say, "You won something." And I'm trying to, like, watch her machine, but at the same time, my machine is still finishing out these free games and stuff. And I see that she's got almost all wolves across her whole machine. I'm like, wow, she really hit the bonus. So where mine spun and was like, oh, you get an additional $2, my mom got enough wolves so that hers spun like 3 times, and every time it landed, it was like, oh, you get an additional $10. Oh, you get an additional $7. Oh, you get an additional $5. So every time she got a wolf, she won, I think it was $21. Every time she got a wolf.
Wow.
For those 7 free games.
Yeah, man, you got to max out that volume level. That's because she got that multiplier from maxing out those audio stats.
Yeah, so her machine spun and she kept landing on wolves and the thing just kept going. I think we sat at the machine for 10 minutes because the other rule of thumb is don't push the button. You have to let all the noise play.
Yeah, you got to let it finish its cycle.
Yep, you got to let it finish its cycle.
You got to be one with the machine.
Yep, that's how my mom plays. And she walked away from that machine with $453.
Holy cow. You guys remind me of, like, I have a visual of the slow motion Indian casino commercials. Have you guys winning with your $54 flashing in your face in all ones?
Yeah, so my mom won 400 and some odd dollars at the 400 and whatever it was dollars at the casino. And then we went to Mackinac and bought some Mackinac souvenirs and stuff. I don't know why. I bought Jamie a really cool Jeep shirt and a rock.
Does it just say Jeep on it?
No, it has a silhouette of a Jeep on it, but the license plate has a picture of the UP, which I thought was really cute.
Oh, nice.
And it was his favorite dark gray color. He likes gray shirts, like any shade of gray, but he really likes the charcoal gray color. So it was charcoal gray. I had to buy it.
I know. I've been trying to get new clothes lately, and I was trying to figure out what I was doing. I was sitting at the computer going through, like, Rooster Teeth's site and through Amazon to see, like, what do I want? I want new clothes. But I always just pick black shirts. I'm trying to, like, change my style. I'm not trying to change my style, but, like, I want to look different. And I don't know what to do. I was on Taylor Swift's website a minute ago, and there was this shirt that I almost got because I'm all about her right now. She's tearing it up. I just got done watching the MTV Video Music Awards. When was the last time you watched the Video Music Awards? Was it like in the 90s when Nirvana was on?
Yeah, probably.
It was actually pretty good. Like, the performances were pretty good this year. I was almost all the way through it before I started here.
I haven't watched it in forever.
I don't know. I need some new clothes. I want more prints, or, like, I want not all black.
Right.
I want something fun, but I don't want tie. Everything's tie dye right now, and I don't think that's not me. Everything looks like cotton candy.
Yeah, I don't think you're a cotton candy type of guy.
I don't think so. Who's setting these trends? Is this Dolbrick's fault? Is this their, like, puffy line of clothing that's just trickling down everywhere?
It could be. Yeah, I don't know. You could do, like, you could definitely find some, like, dark colors that don't necessarily have to be black. But yeah, then what do you want your shirt to say?
I know. I know. What do I want it to say?
I don't know what it could say. It could say, oh, we did a thing.
It could. Where would I get? Okay, let's play ball. Where would I get one of those shirts at, Jess?
Is it CC Bowers Podcast .shop? Is that what it is?
It sure is. and use our coupon code SHOP. No, just kidding. There's no coupon code. Can we make coupon codes?
Yeah, we can.
I have never, in all the years that I've done everything in videos and stuff, I've never owned a coupon code.
Yeah, you can make a coupon code.
Let's make a coupon code.
What do you want it to be?
Like really long. It's got to be like expialidocious.
I don't think they let us make them really long.
I don't think so either. How's the TikTok game going?
I have been slacking on my TikTok game.
I'm mad at TikTok.
You're mad at TikTok?
I'm mad at TikTok.
Why?
I'm mad at their algorithm. I mean, you know what? I'm mad at the people that watch my TikToks because I work really hard and I throw up 2 like fun TikToks, and then I don't care one day, and that TikTok does 8 times better than the other 2 TikToks, and I'm so mad. That stupid Kardashian, the Kardashian shirt TikTok that I made.
Yeah.
That thing had like almost 2K views, but the honest one of Blake and I reenacting how to catch Pokemon's got like 200 likes.
That's the TikTok algorithm.
Wow, TikTok, you're fickle. I don't know. Is that a word? Am I allowed to say that?
Fickle, I believe so.
Okay, I don't know what it means, but I think I know what it means.
TikTok is interesting. I kind of stopped trying to upload every day because I noticed that like my stuff wasn't being seen, and then when I didn't upload for a day or two and uploaded something, it seemed to do a little bit better. Mm-hmm. But then now even that's not working. But you have to remember, and this is something that I talked with Chris Erickson from Sushi and Runt about, because he's doing really well on TikTok. School started.
Yes, that's true.
The age demographic of TikTok right now, half of them can't use it because they're in school.
Right. Okay,
so
that makes sense.
Yeah, they're not spending as much time on the app, and we do know that the age demographic of TikTok is a whole heck of a lot younger than we are.
Yes, it's a whole heck of a lot younger than the age you have to be to sign up for it.
Yeah, so I think that could be a part of it, and I think it'll do like every other social media site, and it'll make a turn, something will snap back to where it's supposed to be, and you'll go, oh well, here now it's working again.
I'm having fun with it still.
I do still really like it. I have a list of ideas to do on the Snow Dogs Vlogs TikTok, but I just haven't done
I know,
them yet.
me too. I'm like, oh, this would be good, and this would be good. You know what's really cool that I've noticed is I never watched any TikToks before I signed up for TikTok. So all I get is clips of songs and stuff. And then all of a sudden the full song comes on the radio and I'm like, oh my gosh, I know this from TikTok. And it's just like a 10-second little clip of it. And I'm like, who even is this? I forget that it's real people that sing these songs. And it's not just like TikTok made internal stuff. So yeah, I get all excited when I hear a song that I'm like, I know this from the TikTok. And oh my gosh.
I'm sure you've heard that one.
What is it?
The DNA test song. I just took a DNA test. I'm 100%.
No. Is that that's a song?
Yeah.
Oh
yes,
my gosh. No. You took a DNA test.
I did take a DNA test.
You took the DNA test. So
I took a DNA test.
you've been dangling this in my face for like months now. Like months ago, you're like, hey, look what I got. And it was a box. And it said 23andMe on it. And I'm like, oh, this is rad. And then you just kind of put it away for a while. And then now the test results have come back.
Yeah. They actually came back while Jamie was in Canada, and it was driving me nuts. And then, like, every time I went down to do it, he was like, or it'd be too late in the night. And we're like, man, I don't really want to do it because now it's, like, late. And we kind of want, we, like, wanted to film it. But then there's that part of you that's like, I don't want to be excitable right now. I'm like, it's late.
I want to go to bed and sleep next to you because tomorrow night when I realize that we're related, it's, I don't want to sit up on the couch. So you were telling me that did you get the full package? Because I only got the regular 23andMe. I didn't get any of the health stuff or any of the, like, I don't know, like my criminal tendencies, or they won't tell me any of that stuff unless they have the results, but they want to unlock it for like $12 more.
Really, for only $12 more?
I think so. It was stupid. It was stupid, like minimal money, and I'm like, at a principality, no. Even though I got it for Christmas, Santa Claus brought me my DNA test.
Amazon brought me mine. Yeah, we did the full health one just for fun. Which I don't know if that's fun, because you got to open the things and you're like, I don't want to know if I'm a carrier of these things or if I'm going to get age-related macular degeneration or late onset Alzheimer's. And I don't want to know.
Right, they're not going to tell you the good stuff. They're only going to tell you the bad stuff.
Right? They're going to tell you all the things that are going to freak you out every time your heart flutters. You're going to be like, oh my gosh, now I get something wrong.
You know what it is? You know why I didn't want to pay the money for it? Because I was scared that after I gave him my $7, I was going to click on the button and it was going to say the results are in, and the answers would say, you're not funny. And then I would just cry and cry. And I'd be like, no! And I'd fall down to my knees and the camera would zoom out and then credits.
Oh my gosh.
So what are you? I mean, okay, hey, we've never talked about this. Of all the years we've been friends, I don't know what you are. Like, you're from Michigan. You're from there. And so I don't know. I imagine you're like 30% Fargo. 20% Tim Hortons.
Tim Hortons.
Yeah. So I don't even know. I don't even know what you are. Just white.
Do you have like any guess?
No, because I don't know anybody else in my life that's got gray eyes, and you have gray eyes.
Right.
So I don't know what those people are. I mean, you're not a White Walker. You're not like, I don't know. I don't know. I imagine you would be like kind of Canadian-ish. You know how there's French Canadians? You'd be like Canadian American, but you don't do any Canadian things.
No. And you got to remember, like with the DNA test, it's the interesting part about it is like, even if you're Canadian, they're still going to look back farther than that. So it's going to be like, you may be Canadian, but you originated here.
Right.
So that's where it gets really interesting, because I will say that I have been told that I have Native American, but the DNA test doesn't say that at all. And then I was reading some other things, and some people were like, we have documentation that we're Native American, and it's not on the DNA test. And I guess it has something to do with like some of the tribes didn't share the information. I don't know, like whatever. So anyway, it doesn't say Native American anywhere in there, but my dad has black hair, so
maybe, or that's Mexican too. We all got black hair.
No, because that's not on here either.
Oh, so let's see. You're not Irish. Well, maybe. I don't even know. I don't even have a guess.
Yeah, I am Irish.
Oh, you're feisty, so maybe.
What other? Where would you think an attitude comes from?
Oh, from within your soul. Oh, you mean like where you get? Okay, where you get it from? Yeah, I guess I could see you being scrappy up north, like you. Hey, put your dukes up. So like maybe like a Scottish, Irish kind of thing because you're short.
I am pretty short.
Mm-hmm.
All right, are you ready?
I am ready.
According to my ancestry composition,
you are not the father.
Well, the first thing it says is 100% European.
Really?
That's what it says.
Wow.
And of that 100% European, I'm 93% Northwestern European.
Okay.
So I'm 43.4% British and Irish.
British.
So you were right with Irish and British. Yep, British and Irish.
Oh, interesting. I would have never seen. I see no British characteristics in you.
Right?
Do you?
I'm not proper.
You're not. No. Oh, no. There's no T for you.
So 43.4% British and Irish.
Okay.
25.4% French and German.
Oh man, it's that German that's in you.
Uh-huh.
All right.
And then it's like 6.5% Scandinavian, 0.8% Finnish, whatever. And then it says 16.8% broadly Northwestern European. Just
over there, wherever, just that area.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it says.
Somebody hooked up there once.
Yeah. And then it says 4.8% Eastern European, and it doesn't really go into much detail there either. And then 2.1% broadly European. So I'm European.
Huh. That makes sense.
According to my ancestry, and according to my 23andMe.
Were you surprised by any of it?
I was, because my great-grandma's from Austria, so I really thought instead of saying Germany, it would say Austria.
Okay, but they were close.
They are close, or that it would be broken down a little bit more, like it would say Germany, but have like a percentage of Austrian, because like that's where my grandma is from. My great-grandma is from. She's from Austria. Okay. But I mean, I was surprised. And like I said, I was surprised that it didn't say anything Native American. That surprised me as well.
But as more people add to the list, everything gets broken down more. So you could come back in 6 months and the numbers could change a little bit, right? Like because they've been able to refine it.
Yeah.
That's crazy. People were getting in trouble. People were getting in trouble for this thing not too long ago.
Yeah, they were. They definitely they were. They were getting caught with all kinds of stuff. So don't do anything wrong.
Don't do anything wrong. Don't be a murderer. If you donated anonymously, don't do it because they'll find you and charge you for child support.
Right.
Were you surprised about the British part at all? Because I would have never thought like that. So we've never talked about that.
I was fairly surprised about that. I was surprised. I knew Irish. Like I knew that. That was another one that I knew. And I was surprised that it said more British than Irish. Like I would have thought it was the other way around.
Right.
Based on, what I've been told and blah, blah, blah. I would have guessed more Irish, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. So I'm like 94% European or Northwestern European.
Okay, so I'm not too surprised about that. The thing that I don't have any clue on, though, that I am curious about is the health benefit part, the one that I didn't pay for.
Yeah, so it's interesting. Let me go into this. So it breaks down a whole lot of interesting stuff. Like it will tell you if you're a carrier of certain things, like that you could pass on to your kids or whatever. So I didn't read any of those because I don't think my dogs can get any of that stuff from me.
Right.
But then it also has like these health predisposition things. And none of these are like a guarantee. They look at certain variants and they're like, you could have this, or you carry this variant, so maybe you should get this checked out. Like there's a variant called the BRCA1 and the BRCA2, which is a variant that puts you at a higher risk of certain cancer. For women, it's breast cancer and ovarian cancer. And my cousin actually got tested for this, and she has it. And because of that, I can actually go in and get the test for free because there's somebody in my family that is a carrier of that. Mm-hmm. So I've always been really curious, like, am I going to be at this increased risk for these things? Because it's like an 80% increased risk. Like, pretty much you're going to get breast cancer.
Right.
And my aunt had breast cancer. My mom's sister had breast cancer. So I was always really curious about this. And now this doesn't mean that I have it or I don't have it. It pretty much says there's more than 1,000 variants to it, but the variants they've tested, according to the variants they've tested, I don't have it.
Okay.
So that was kind of interesting. That was neat.
This is kind of scary. I'm a little worried about what else you're going to tell me here. I'm a little scared.
It is. It's scary. Like you start looking at this and you go, wow. According to the late onset Alzheimer's disease, it says I have a variant that was detected.
Dang, so you're going to forget stuff when we're friends later on? I'll be like, hey, remember that time? You're going to be like,
I forget stuff now. So, but no, it says like slightly increased risk.
Wow.
Is what it says. And then it said the same thing for the age-related macular degeneration, slightly increased risk. And it doesn't mean a whole lot. It means that I'm a carrier of something that can cause that.
I don't want to know. Like, for me, I don't want to know.
Then don't get the help then.
I'm scared. I thought it was going to be cute and be like, oh, you should stay away from this type of cheese, but this type of cheese is good. Like, avoid the round cheese, but you can eat string cheese. Or, like, I thought it was going to be like, hey, you probably have a predisposition to bath salts. Don't do those.
You could just not open that part, because then there is a really fun part. And it's called the traits. Ooh. And this was really interesting because I looked at these and like they compared, like when we compared my traits to Jamie's traits, it was scary how on some of these were. So the first trait, which cracked me up, is the ability to match musical pitch. What do you think it would say? Would I be likely to?
I think probably likely to, because I've heard you sing.
So this says I'm more likely to be able to match a musical pitch.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much what it says. It says you're more likely to be able to match a musical pitch.
You're the next Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, it doesn't say that.
That's fun. But that's what it meant. That's what they mean.
And then there's a cilantro taste aversion.
Oh, yeah. So is that going to tell you whether it tastes like soap or not to you?
It's going to tell you whether or not I like or dislike cilantro.
Yeah, that's kind of like cilantro, but different. But okay.
Yeah. I live in Michigan.
Yeah, I can tell.
It says I have a slightly higher odd of disliking cilantro.
Is that true? Does it taste like? I heard people say it tastes like bar soap, or people say it's great. I love it.
I hate it.
Yeah.
And this says that I hate it.
Holy cow! It's like your own magic 8-ball.
I know, it's weird.
What else did it tell you?
It says fear of public speaking. It says I have about a 50-50 chance of having a fear of public speaking.
I don't know. I mean, you're not like known for the camera, but I still think that you're confident in yourself and it wouldn't bother you. So I think they rolled no on that.
Well, that's why it says 50-50. It says I'm more likely than average to have flat feet.
I mean, aren't all our feet flat? Like, that's how I stand.
No,
What do you
should
mean?
have an arch in your feet. I don't have an arch.
Oh,
in my
yeah.
feet.
People don't? People have, like, real Flintstone feet?
Yeah, I have flat feet. I don't have an arch.
Oh, and where the arch is, it's just more of you?
Yeah, like the arch is more, your foot should have like this arch in it. I have a very low arch, almost none.
What happens if you have flat feet? You stand better, right? So it's, like, harder to push you down?
No, you don't stand better. I'm also pigeon-toed, but it didn't say that.
Okay, that I know what that is. But really, I mean, the flat foot thing...
Yeah.
Oh.
It says hair texture. I'm likely to have straight hair.
Oh, okay.
It tells me my ice cream flavor preference. It says I'm more likely to prefer chocolate over vanilla.
Oh, I thought it was going to be specific, like Chunky Monkey or Chocolate Malted Crunch or something like that.
There's a whole bunch of them on here, and I could keep going through them. But my absolute favorite one, I don't know why it was my favorite, was mosquito bite frequency. Because I always make the joke that no matter what, no matter when we go camping, I'm always the one that the mosquitoes just freaking flock to, and Jamie never bit. And he's always like, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, they just like me more. So this says mosquito bite frequency. Likely bitten more than others. I'm like, I freaking told you, you can blame my DNA. I get bit by mosquitoes more than you because it's in my DNA.
Crystal goes through the same thing. They don't like me at all, but they eat her.
Yeah, they eat me alive every time we go. And on Jamie's little thing where it says mosquito bite frequency, it says likely bitten less than others.
Oh, that's perfect. They
Yeah,
know
so
you.
every time we're together, they're gonna eat me.
Dang, take that, Miss Cleo. 23 and me. I just clicked on mine for my health and ancestry personal genetic service upgrade is $125.
Oh, it's not worth it.
No, it's not.
If you got a free $125 that somebody just handed you, then yeah, but no.
I would rather get 125 cheeseburgers, but that's okay. Right? So anyway, I noticed on my 23andMe, I get more relative things where it says like, oh, like this might be your third cousin, and I click on it, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Really?
Yeah. Every now and then I'll get something of like, hey, this person's probably related to you because somebody hooked up with some fool, and then now, and then. So,
I've only looked on my phone. I haven't looked on my computer yet, which probably has more information.
It's pretty cool. It just kind of shows like people in your family, but like most of your family usually. Yeah. It's when it starts getting way out there to cousins of cousins that you're like, whoa, who's that?
Right.
So it's cool. Mine was just whatever. Like I knew what I was gonna be. I didn't really have too many surprises, but now I want to know if it will guess my favorite. Like I don't know, new kid. Like who's my favorite new kid? Am I more prone to Jordan or Donnie?
Right.
You know,
Joey.
Yeah. What about Jamie? What did it say for him? Same thing?
So Jamie's 100% European as well, but he's only 90% Northwestern European.
Okay.
And where I was like 43% British and Irish, he's only 27% British and Irish. But he's 27% Scandinavian from Norway and Sweden, which we knew. That was like our biggest guess, was we know he's Norwegian. And yeah, it says he's 27% Norway and Sweden. So it was French, German, Switzerland, and there was something else under there. I don't know, but that one was weird. So that was like a 14% of that. And then he got 20% broadly Northwestern European, and then 0.2% Ashkenazi Jewish.
Ooh, I don't know what that means, but that's fun. That's a fun string of words.
Ashkenazi Jewish. Ashkenazi Jewish people settled in Central Eastern Europe in the late Middle Ages, but their more modern descendants remain genetically more similar to other Jewish populations than to their European neighbors.
Huh.
So Ashkenazi Jewish people immigrated to Israel or to the Americas in search of greater cultural and religious acceptance. So that's what it says.
That's interesting. That's a fun one. That's a fun. He rolled a fun trait.
Yeah.
Oh, did it guess all his stuff too? Did it say like prone to liking Jeeps?
No, I wish it did.
Oh yeah, it needs to like.
He had some interesting ones on for his health stuff. It was kind of, I don't remember Let me click it. I don't remember what all it said for his health predispositions and all the weird things.
Prefers sourdough to regular white bread.
He didn't have many variants detected. He did have the age-related macular degeneration.
I don't know. Is that some Benjamin Button disease?
It says not likely at an increased risk for that one. So he has the variant, but apparently he's not likely at increase. It's irreversible vision loss as you get older.
Oh, that's all of us. I mean, I'm curious now. I'm curious, but I don't want to click on it and it's like, hey, you have like a 20% chance of being Teen Wolf and then turning into a werewolf at night. Like, I don't want to scare myself.
Like, you don't want to know if you have variants for colon cancer?
Oh, I do. I'm a male. My butthole's gonna fall out, but like your boobs are gonna fall off and my butthole's gonna fall out. But I don't want to pay $125 to be told. I'm just gonna wait until I get a flat tire and it happens.
Right.
Okay, so maybe I shouldn't. These things are neat though. You said you've done one before though, right? With Ancestry a little bit.
We haven't done that one. I have another one from some other company that we're gonna do now and see what it says. And then I don't know. I might get the Ancestry one.
There's another one. I want to do the dog one. What happens if I send my saliva into the dog one?
I don't know.
Oh, what if it comes back and it says mutt? And it just breaks down the exact same thing that it broke down.
Right.
I paid the $125 upgrade and it's like predisposed to fleas. I'm like, I knew it. You see walking around with the flea collar on, it's kind of itching.
Right.
Oh, way to go, 23andMe.
Yeah, it was interesting. It was fun. I'm glad we did it.
Yeah, they have my DNA for life, but I don't mind. Clone me, like and subscribe. Clone me, like and subscribe, please. Like, if that's what you want to do, we can make another Dan, and he can actually make the videos while this Dan retires.
It's crazy how many people are so worried about it. They're like, oh, don't send your stuff into that. It's like, meh,
right,
whatever.
And they're always digging for information. It's like when I'm on the 23andMe dashboard right now, it's like, hey, by the way, do you eat any kind of melons? Yes or no? And I'm like, huh, okay. I'm like, yeah, I like melons. And then it says, like, do you like the fresh taste of honeydew melon? Yeah, sure, I do. And then it starts prying. It's all like, do you like the color yellow? And I'm like, I'm not sure. Like, it asks you, when you go on there, it asks you all kinds of weird stuff.
Yeah, and I think that's where they get all the traits and things like that.
Right.
And they're like, you like this more than this, and this more than that. And there's another test that you can send. I think it's called Vitagene. And you can take your DNA test from 23andMe and you can give the information to Vitagene, and for like an additional $40, it'll tell you like your genetics for what you eat. It'll be like, hey, you know, you aren't skinny, you're an average sized person because of this. If you eat this, you can lose weight. Where like a lot of people just, when they diet, they just diet, and people don't realize that when it comes to dieting, it really does have a lot to do with your genetics.
Right.
Like Jamie. Jamie can literally eat anything and he stays the same weight. He doesn't really, his weight doesn't fluctuate.
Yeah, did 23andMe guess that?
Yeah, it did. There was the thing on the that he about his weight, because mine said I would be average weight, and I've pretty much been an average weight my whole life. Like I can't eat anything I want, but Jamie can eat anything he wants.
Oh,
jealous.
Lucky.
But yeah, there's one that you can send it to, and it'll actually tell you, like, you shouldn't eat this stuff, you should eat this stuff if you're looking to maintain your diet, and blah, 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 blah.
That's kind of cool.
I thought that was neat, too, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend money for that, because I don't really care.
What
I don't
else?
diet, I just eat.
Right, me too. What else can I do with my DNA? Is there any other fun things I can do with it? Maybe I want to do a necklace.
There's a couple companies you can send it in to get information on other things, but...
Oh, I'll sell it like bathwater. Who wants to buy my DNA? I'm just trying to raise money to unlock my health report so it can tell me that I have like a 30% chance of mohawk. I'm like, well, I know that, duh. And it keeps asking me questions like, do you sleep on your stomach? I'm like, yes, I do. Who's watching me? Is it 23andMe? You subscribe.
It knows everything.
It knows everything. All right, on that note, we should wrap it up for this week's episode of the podcast.
Yay! I got to go camping. By the time they listen to this, we'll probably be home.
Yeah, and then next week we'll get to talk about your camping trip. Are you going back up north over the bridge?
Yeah, we're going, this time we're going about 5.5 hours north. We're going to Baraga.
Any cell phone reception up there?
If I remember correctly from last year, I do believe I had 4G in most of the areas where we're camping, like where we're actually staying. When we leave the campground, I won't have as good of signal, but where we were staying, if I remember correctly, I think I did have internet.
Okay. This isn't for you guys at home. This is for me. I want to know, like, do I get to talk to you the next few days? Okay. Cool.
You're like, I want to know what's going on. I want to be able to post on the internet. If not, the campground does have Wi-Fi. And I do remember doing that last year. You have to walk up to the little ranger station, and that way I could upload my Instagram stuff.
So weird. All the years watching Yogi Bear, I never saw the camp dude like setting up Wi-Fi or internet there. So it's crazy. Yeah. Well, enjoy your camping trip.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Yeah, should be fun.
Maybe you'll see a raccoon.
Not at that campground. I don't think so. We did see a skunk at that campground once, though.
Oh, if you get it, you send me a picture of a skunk. I always wanted to see a skunk.
Okay. Man, it's a skunk.
I think it's a skunk.
Yeah, Eric and Greg are going, and then Charles and Thor are going.
Oh, so nice. That'll be some good videos coming out of there.
Yeah, we're gonna have a good party time at the campsite, at the campground. Eric's bringing Lana, so yeah, it took me some convincing to convince him to go camping with us. He talked himself out of it 4 times, and I'm like, just do it, dude. Like, come on. He's like, oh, well, his daughter. He's like, my daughter doesn't really want me to go. I'm like, she'll survive.
Yeah, it's camping. It's glamping because there's Wi-Fi there.
Yeah, and then I told him, well, he's sleeping in a tent. Him, we're the only ones with a trailer. Everybody else is sleeping in the tent.
Sleeping in a tent? Yeah, forget that. I'll be in the trailer, thank you. I hate tent camping. Last time I went tent camping, I slept on a rock.
Yeah, well, there's a right and a wrong way to tent camp. You should tent camp not with an air mattress. People make the mistake of air mattresses. Cots are the best way to tent camp because you're up off the ground. Like, for real, that is the best way to tent camp over an air mattress. Just get a cot.
It's windy.
We tent camped for many years, and then we got our first pop-up trailer, and then we upgraded to the travel trailer, which I love. Yeah,
there's no going back from that. I don't imagine myself going camping anymore without some sort of trailer.
Right.
City Mouse for the win. All right, that'll do it for this week's episode of the CC Mouse Podcast. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at CC Mouse Podcast. Hit us up on SpeakPipe. We should check that next week. I haven't checked it in a while to see if you guys have left us any voicemails. You can check us out there at speakpipe.com/CC Mouse Podcast. Hang out at our merch store where everybody seems to be going there lately. At ccmousepodcast.shop, where you can find all the latest and greatest in trends and updates in technology.
We made that part up.
We made that part up. And we love you guys. We love all of you that watch us on YouTube and come to the live streams. Hey, for updates on that, I don't know, when we go live, we post 2 or 3 hours early. It's mostly on a Sunday. It's in the evenings. So if you're listening to this only on your podcast app, go over and follow us on the YouTube page so you will get the live updates for when we go live and answer your questions and have lots of fun. Yeah, so check us out there. So on that note, we'll see you next week. Same mouse time, same mouse podcast. Bye.
Bye. Yay, we did a thing.
We did a thing.
Dun, 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 dun.